Hello, folks. Oh, I'm going to bring her up later. Tonight, work, StreamYard. All right. Tonight, we are going to be talking about one of the heavyweights in music history, at least of the modern era. Definitely a heavyweight of guitar history. Not only the Fender musical instrument company, but also the Stratocaster. It has a bit of a story to it. There's a story to Fender itself and the model and all the design changes and manufacturing changes over the years. So we're going to be getting into all that. And to do so, we're going to have our dear friend Mike Gourley, who is a guitarist and he does have some experience playing a few Stratocasters of different types. And so we're going to benefit from that. I think we might as well get conversational as soon as possible so I don't wear out the audience. So let's bring Mr. Magic Mike Mountain Hawk Gourley on stage here. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, sir.
Well, it's a pleasure hearing your voice again. And tonight, wow, we're really up your alley, aren't we?
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
Sounds good. And of course, we do have a music instrument maker
Yes, we
who
do.
is regularly with me every day. So let's bring on Liza Sahido of the Psyche Electroacoustic Opera Company. Uh, I always click wrong. Why the heck? All right, come on. There we go.
Okay.
You are here.
Well, you forgot that Mike also builds instruments.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mike, I have to do a
I
whole long list of things
did.
if we're going to describe him at all. He builds instruments, and he plays a lot of exotic instruments that come from, the string family, but also woodwinds and then also percussion.
Yep.
So,
Yes, sir.
variety of things. So last night, Liza and I were watching some extra videos and stuff just to try and make sure we, had the Strat on the mind. And man, it looks like just about everybody, what they really wanted to focus on was, the first 10 years and then the 10 years of CBS ownership. And then, shall we say, the international years that followed. But it looks like, what is, Mike, the status of Fender as a company today? Are they their own company, or they're probably owned by something or somebody somewhere? But
Yes, as far as I know, they were bought back by a group of investors in '85. As far as I know, it's still the same. I
So
don't
they're no
think.
longer CBS?
Oh no.
well,
Oh,
CBS was even bought at some point. I think was it the
Yeah,
80s or 90s? They were bought by
wow.
Viacom, and
Oh my gosh.
right. But yeah, for my notes, a guy named Bill Schultz headed it in 1985, but a bunch of investors bought it back and returned to the quality control standards. There's not, I agree with you. I was looking through all my notes, and it really doesn't say a whole lot of specifics. They made the headstock bigger, and after Hendrix popularized it in the 60s, they made the word Stratocaster bigger, which they did not continue doing when Fender bought it back. But yeah, they wanted to make the wording bigger, so, and the headstock bigger. So, but
Did
yeah,
the larger headstock, I would imagine, made the instrument more clunkier and heavier, right?
I would think so too, and I think they may have made the neck a little fatter too. One of the nice things about the neck on the Fender is it's very sleek.
Okay.
Well, I have the update. The Fender Musical Instrument Company is it's not owned by a publicly traded corporation, but it's not completely independent. It is majority owned by a large corporate holding firm known as Music Business Worldwide.
Well, there you go.
It's always like hidden things. You used to know the names of the corporations that own things, but now you don't. It's like,
now
what?
you have to
Changed like
dig
the
for them.
wind.
Yeah,
I mean, I
you do.
worked for ADT Security Company for 3.5 years, and they changed hands repeatedly. So it's yeah, people buy, sell, buy, sell.
Do you think that there's a trend today, Mike, of professional musicians seeking out custom builds by luthiers? I know that Renzi Reels, who's going to be on my show tomorrow. You should come, Mike.
I
by the
will.
way.
Oh shit!
If you can.
I'm leading a hike, the memorial hike for my buddy tomorrow.
Okay.
I was about to say I'll be there. I'm glad I remembered. I won't. I'll be out in the woods in the rain probably, but
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
interesting.
I might have to catch it on the flip side later.
All right, yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the replay, but yeah, he performs with a custom bass, a bass that was fitted to his hands, and it was yeah, he has a video about it, and with all of these conglomerates, picking up these musical instrument companies, and nobody knows where the standard is, where you can pinpoint the standard on these instruments. Do you feel like professionals like Renzi Rios and Gabe, are they more in the market of custom built instrument by individual luthiers?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some out there. Most people, even Gabe, his is through Vigier.
See, that is a company I haven't heard of.
Yeah, well, they're not. Yeah, they're not like Fender, but their guitars are like $3,000. Gabe's guitar would be $10,000. But most people, and as we'll kind of see with the Fender, they'll go to the company and have them custom,
Right.
Eric Clapton, lots of people. Yeah, lots of people have done that. And I'm sure in the heavy metal world, there's a lot of custom of those kind of guitars. The Strat was never really super big in the heavy metal genre.
Yeah,
although Richie
from
Blackmore,
what we heard, from what we heard in the documentaries, they had too much of a clean, bright tone for heavy metal.
Which is why Hendrix had a stack of Marshalls behind him.
Yeah, he dirtied it up a bit. But seems
basically invented the fuzz pedal.
Nice.
Yeah, they were played both clean, but also in a certain type of distortion. Or not just one type, but it's like the kind of light distortion, or at least lighter than metal. And I mean, you could put full distortion on them, but it seems like they were. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, they have a deluxe. Mine, I'll be showing mine later. Has a 2 single coil and a humbucker.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing. Stratocaster, it's almost like it's a name from a company that changed hands, but it's still a name. It can't even really be attached to one design because it changed over the
Yeah,
years.
it's a Strat Squire, Fender Strat something else, Fender
well,
Strat. So it doesn't really represent one design.
Well, at one point they did release one called a standard, American Standard. So maybe they felt at some point maybe we should standardize it a bit, but they
well,
just
yeah,
released
there's a
one called
standard,
that.
and then there's well, mine's an American Standard Deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, and then they have custom models now. There's several models now that there's like the Ultimate, I think. So, but they basically have slightly better pickups, and just the machinery of it's a little upscale.
Mm-hmm.
So, they had I don't know if they make the Bullets anymore. I had a Bullet years ago. The Bullet was like the poor man's version of the Strat. It was like your $100 starter guitar, and then the Squire. The Squire's still made. So
I think my dad had a Squire.
yeah. Well, I was telling Lawrence, I have a Squire that I got from a guy because it has the synth pickup on it, the Rollins synth pickup, and I got the pedal, of course, to go with it. But he actually had a guy professionally install that and just made the guitar beautiful. So it's a upscale Squire for sure. It plays as nice as my other Strat. So
Actually, I'm wrong. I just Googled it quickly. My dad did not have a Squire. He had a Telecaster.
oh, that was
And
more popular in the country world.
he liked it.
But some rock
I'm
guys
not
use
sure
it.
why he preferred it. I honestly don't know why he preferred it over the Stratocaster. I mean, were they less expensive than Strats?
No, it was it was made before the Strat. I don't know exactly what year, but it was made before the Strat, and it was it
Yeah,
had
the
well,
shape
the
of the
Strat
guitar.
has 3 pickups. The Telecaster has 2. So, but it
Well,
became more popular as time went on. It became more popular in a lot of country guys play tellies.
okay.
Now Richie Blackmore played both the Telecaster and a Strat. So
Well,
I'm not
if
saying it can't be used for rock, but
I'm looking at the pictures, and if they were expensive, if they were expensive guitars and still sought out, then definitely had some kind of knockoff. Um, but
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I never had a Telecaster. I don't know what the knockoff. I'm sure they have. Well, and you have you have your Japanese made ones and your American made ones, and now they have a plant in Mexico, and and some of the Mexican ones are actually not bad, but the American one is the sought after. That's the most expensive one.
That's considered like the professional line these days, and the Squire being more like entry level, but I guess still good mid grade. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at
If you haven't worked on by a professional, you can make it into
yeah,
I don't know what he paid to have that guy do it, but he did a very nice job on it. The action on that thing is just unbelievably wonderful. But I mean, even I years ago I had one, and it's not if I were to say, if you were to somebody were to say what kind of guitar would be a good beginner's guitar, I'd say hands down a Squire any day of the week,
okay.
because it's just a nice guitar. But I mean, if you're going to step up to the professional level, obviously you want a Strat.
Tell me, Mike, what is the difference between the Squire Stratocaster and a professional grade Stratocaster? I'm sure you've played both kinds. What do you feel is the difference?
Well, a lot of it's in the craftsmanship and mechanics of it. The
Okay.
pickups are, you know, with every step up, your pickups are, going to be a higher grade pickup,
Mm.
cleaner sound. The one
Okay.
thing I've always loved about the Stratocasters and even the Squires is it's got a 5-way pickup switch,
Mm.
where like Les Paul and a lot of other guitars use toggle switches. Toggle switches suck. I mean, I like Les Pauls. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dishing Les Pauls. They're great guitars, but the toggle switch on any guitar I've ever had a toggle switch on goes bad like within a year. And
Mm.
the Fenders I'm going to knock on wood now because I'm saying this, but yeah, I have yet to have one of the 5-way switches go bad.
Well, my first guitar was a copy. I mean, there's so many copies that are not
Oh God,
Fender. Like
Fender and
mine
Les
was
Pauls.
it was a PV Falcon,
Yeah.
but it was a Stratocaster copy.
Oh yeah. They're a dime a dozen. And you got to be careful because, PV's, got a bit of a name, but, some of these, Walmart knockoff Strats,
Yeah.
there's just going to be crap. The neck's not going to be as nice. And,
Yeah. And it's hard, like as a student, if you start on something that isn't decent enough, you could get into some bad habits or
Very
have
bad
problems
habits.
tuning or just get
Yeah.
frustrated too
well, if
early.
they won't, yeah, and that's the problem with cheap guitars. They don't stay in tune. I tried to tell my ex-wife that years ago when she worked at Walmart and bought a $20 acoustic guitar. I sat on the couch for a half an hour trying to get this thing in tune, and I got it in tune, but it just wouldn't stay in tune. And I said, yeah, this is gonna. And I told her before she bought it, I said, well, it's only $20. I said, don't waste it. And the crime in that is you think you've got a good deal. That kid, if they attempt to play that thing, they're going to be disheartened because they can't get it in tune. It probably doesn't play worth a crap. So if anybody watches this, you don't have to go out and spend $1,000 on a Stratocaster, but you can get a decent guitar for $200 or so. I haven't really priced Squires lately, but it's worth it to do that. And you probably can resell it if the kid doesn't play it.
One of the things,
under $100 piece of crap.
One of the things that I think did sabotage my guitar journey in high school when I started to learn how to play was that and this was, classical guitar, was that the guitar that I bought was, it was a cheap learner guitar, and the strings were so high that I could never get the fretting to happen properly.
And luckily,
luckily
you didn't give up.
Yeah.
I did give up, Mike. That's why
you did
I
for a
play
period
slide.
of time. I got you.
I can't stand fretting because I remember those painful days in high school.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But that's okay. I didn't know then I could have turned it into a slider. But again, it was a Spanish guitar. It takes nylon strings. I don't think it could, maybe it couldn't take the pressure of steel strings to be able to do
yeah, that's what I learned on. But the action wasn't horrible. It wasn't great, but
the action on this was so high. I remember. I was like,
excuse me, but we do have Serpiente, I think it's pronounced, in the audience.
Is in the chat. Welcome.
Who is looking at historical videos and came this way. So we might as well start on the history.
It is historical.
So we're going back to 1954. Now, before that, Fender had the Telecaster, which was called the Broadcaster at first,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was the Telecaster. Have you any experience with those, Mike, before we get on to the Stratocaster?
No, I've never even played a Telecaster, to be honest.
Okay.
So I have zero experience. They're good guitar. Like I said, you'll see them more in the country world than you will in the rock world. And then Jazz Guys plays the Jazz Master. So Fender does have a few guitars, kind of geared at specific kind of genres. But yeah, clean sound for, rock and, the rockabilly guys, back in this era.
Mm-hmm.
They went for the Strats, and then later, the surf guys.
Yeah, 51 was the Telecaster. I guess it was briefly called the Broadcaster, but the name Telecaster stuck. But yeah, some rock, but also blues, and we have here. Oh, Keith Richards, who's that?
But the reason that we have
among other guitars, yes, he did.
Yeah, so but then he was stoned out of his mind all the time. So, but no, I'm sure they're great. Muddy Waters, can't go wrong there.
No, man, no.
Great singer and player, Jimmy Page. I guess also did Telecaster, but the Stratocaster later on too.
George Harrison, John Lennon.
Mm-hmm.
But we wouldn't have
Jerry Garcia played one before somebody made him a custom guitar that became famous. But in the early days of the Grateful Dead, he played a Strat.
Right. So yeah, it looks like now for the Stratocaster itself, then the names get too numerous, and we can just kind of talk about them as we go. I just wanted to give a little bit of a beginning here, and
but you're not at the beginning.
The beginning of what?
I'm trying to make a point here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a Broadcaster, Telecaster, or Stratocaster of any kind if it weren't for Les Paul.
Well, true, the solid body design.
Yes, he went to his friends at Gibson, which he preferred for some reason, and they didn't like his solid body design. And when they rejected him, he went to Fender, and we almost had Fender Les Pauls, the first solid body guitars. But for some reason, Les Paul pulled back. He wanted to work with Gibson.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
He decided to wait and hopefully convince them. But he had momentum because in like 51 was popular with his wife, Mary Ford, in doing their duets and stuff. Yes. And they had their own TV show. And then pretty soon Gibson came around and decided to do it. But this is where Leon Fender got the idea for the solid body.
The solid body.
But continue with what you were saying before I.
Well, no, that's cool. You got Les Paul in there. That's a good ad for sure.
Well, we wouldn't have any Fenders that are notable without Les Paul. The solid body was his invention, and he allowed Fender to develop it. Even though he wasn't working with Fender, he didn't want to work with Fender.
I don't know. And I don't know if Fender just didn't want to, because if you ever held a Les Paul, they're like twice. I don't know if they're really twice, but they're a lot heavier than a Strat. I had the Epiphone version, and which was a really nice guitar. But I had the Epiphone is their like secondary, company. But anyway, that sucker, man, those things are heavy. It is a heavy guitar.
Oh yeah, they are.
Fender may have, wanted a more lightweight guitar. I don't know for a fact on that one, so I'm just
Yeah,
throwing material.
I do have like a Gibson. No, it's an Epiphone. But uh, yeah, it is pretty heavy. It's got the
Oh yeah, I mean,
SG
and so are the Les
format.
Pauls.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Well, in getting back to Fender here, so the we do have a comment in the chat, Lies, about Zach saying that classical guitars are supposed to have high action, but I guess
Yes.
that's okay
Well,
since they are nylon strings. It's
the
less
thing is,
punishing.
my classical guitar, I'm pretty sure, had an unusually high action. It was not well made. It was a student instrument.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, there's high action,
and
then there's
I've
high.
known many classical guitarists, their guitars do not have actions
Oh,
were
okay,
as
yeah.
high as mine.
All right.
And it was unfortunate. Yeah, starting off with a poorly built instrument can clip your wings.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, big
so yeah, try to start with something that is of quality. And it doesn't it and now expensive doesn't always mean quality. Um
Well,
do your research.
yeah, there are some periods where that was an issue here. But we'll get to that. But anyway, 54. Now, here you provided this pic, Mike. This is
yeah.
a Strat transformed. What does it transform into?
Well, it does. I think if I remember the, it's a they put out their classic series, so it's not 19. It's a basically a copy of a 1954, a
Oh, okay.
reissue. How's
A
that? They
reissue.
probably
There
should have
we
said
go.
re. They probably should have said reissue, but yeah, they put out some classic
Transformers.
strats. Yeah, so that's the
More than meets
classic
the
Buddy
eye.
Holly strat
Uh,
there
oh, yeah. With the burst.
with the burst.
Yep. Very popular. I mean, I would admit that I'd prefer a burst. And then we have here 57. At least that's when this picture's from, Buddy Holly. Um, and I think he had a video here. He was called Buddy Merrill at first, right?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before the show.
Yep, Buddy Merrill.
Who was on it? Yeah, Buddy Holly wasn't his actual name.
No, well, there's a lot of different names, like Les Paul was Les Paulitz or something like that. I
Paulitz?
can,
That I didn't know.
yeah. Let me check just to make sure. Was Les Paul's original name? I think it was Paulitz or Paul. It was Eastern European sounding. Yes, it's Lester William Pulsfuss. Polsfuss. I don't know why I said Paulitz, but it's Pulsfuss. Fuss. Pulsfuss.
Paulitz.
No, don't. That was wrong. That was a bad guess from bad memory. We want to go with Lester William Pulsfuss.
Paulsvis.
Yeah, Polsfuss. No wonder he changed it. People would be trying to get it spelled right before they bought one, and maybe didn't work out. But anyway, at least Leon Fender. Let me check, because Fender may have had a different name. Leon Fender, his original name. I got to check this real quick because I never thought about it. Like Theremin was Termin, you know? No,
I think it was Fender.
no. Leon Fender's original name was Clarence Leonidas Fender.
Well,
So his
Fender
real first name was Clarence, but Leonidas sounds Greek to me.
It does. Well, he probably went with Leo for ease. Well, I don't know. I go by my middle name, so there you go.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people in Tennessee seem to go by middle names because they get their
Yeah.
father's first name. That seems to be a thing.
Hmm. Well, here we go. So, Buddy Holly. Now, um, so are you into Buddy Holly,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Mike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess known for clean sound. Now, would he be? He, I think what I remember about him. Now, I wasn't alive then, obviously, folks. But what I remember about him in like some of the popular music history stuff is he was. Was it considered rockabilly, or was he like one of the more mainstream artists?
I don't know if rockabilly. Yeah, that was more Carl Perkins. I think he
Okay.
was just considered rock and roll.
Okay, just regular rock
Early
and roll.
50s rock and roll.
Okay.
Rock and roll. Gonna rock around the clock. Oh, he didn't play a Strat.
Who didn't play a Strat?
Bill Haley in the comments.
I was gonna okay. I was gonna say you better not give me this. No, I've seen him on a number of documentaries.
Well, yeah, that's a
playing
Strat.
Yeah, I can see. Well,
You can see for miles. Oh no, that's another song.
and this is before the Squire, so all right. But yeah, but no, that's true. Bill Haley was probably what I was thinking. Yeah, because he was kind of like a mainstream rockabilly, not the hardcore. I'm sure they had hardcore rockabilly as well as mainstream. But yeah, so Buddy Holly, and this is an appearance on Ed Sullivan. Everyone was on it. I'd play a clip, but this is YouTube, and a lot of the Ed Sullivans are claimed.
I tell you what, I think it's about time. Okay, we're aho, there I am.
All right.
I think it's about time. Can we see that? Where is my Strat?
Do you want to be featured? Dark. I think we could work that out. I'm clicking on you, but there we go.
Hey, there we go. All right. I think it's still a little hazy, but this is I got it in 2006. You probably can't see it, but it's got a little 60th anniversary edition. And what makes this a little different, if I can get it up there, is so you got 2 single coil pickups, and then you have a humbucker pickup.
Not the originals were all 3 single coils.
3 single coil. The other thing on this is you can't really see it, but if you push in the volume knob, it gives you even more different sounds, different tones, really, out of the 5-way switch. And this one's really nice. I love the gold pick guard. Most of them had white. Yeah. So yeah, the 60th anniversary edition is black with the gold pick guard, and maybe
but the 60th anniversary, what?
2006. So we're already.
Now, isn't that a little premature, or because 54 and plus 60 is 214. 2014. Well, maybe they released this edition before the anniversary and just called it, all right, 60th anniversary. Or was it the 60th?
1954. 60 years would be 2014. No, wouldn't. All right, maybe. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I guess it's the 60th anniversary of Fender. I don't know.
Could be. That's more likely.
2006. That I know. Yeah, but it's probably. Oh, hello. I think we got to change glasses here. So I'm going to try this. sing over.
Oh,
Yep.
Peggy Sue.
You're correct. 1946. That's 60th anniversary of Fender guitars.
Peggy Sue, then you know why I feel blue about Peggy. My Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, gal. Yes, I love you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Oh, how my heart yearns for you, oh, Peggy. My Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, gal. Yes, I love you, Peggy Sue. Could you hear my bad singing?
We could hear the singing. Yeah.
Yes, that
But it
was
wasn't
very
bad.
good. It was very good, Mike. Awesome.
That's what rock was intended to sound like. And
even switched to my black glasses.
then you'd be Roy Orbison. I don't think he played.
Buddy Holly had black rim glasses.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, I decided like 1 hour before we started that I was going to do this. So
okay.
I mean, you've listened to my music. I really, for years, most of my life, I just strummed chords and sang. And I'm not saying I had a great voice, but it was at least in shape. And the last decade, I kind of went over to the ambient stuff. I don't really do a lot of, full chord stuff anymore. So
yeah,
I'm a little out of shape.
It still sounds good. StreamYard is going to focus on the voice, so it did make the guitar very background.
Sure.
But 1946 was, yeah.
So the voice was too loud over the guitar?
It was okay. It was okay, man. And in fact, it sounded like you really were on Ed Sullivan.
All right.
It sounds like that good old vintage Ed Sullivan show sound coming out the little
there you go.
TV speaker.
Well, Mike, tell us about that instrument.
Well, let me get this in first because we did bring this up. 1946 was the first Fender release, and it was the lap steel. And I remember that now, the lap steel, because they were known for their slide guitars, the Hawaiian sound and everything.
Yes.
And then they went surfing. But go ahead, Liza. What were you going to say? Oh, yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Love it.
I couldn't believe that's what started me. I said, I think before the show, we were talking about Gabe, and I said, I got into the surf thing. I was just messing around one night, and I was like, man, I actually remember how to play that song. So there's your entry into the surf world.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't mean to do exactly what I did. I wanted to get you up there as the thing, but still have us on. There we go. The surfing sound was definitely benefited by the, well, they call it whammy bar afterwards, but the vibrato bar. Some say tremolo bar, but technically it is a vibrato bar because it bends pitch. And tremolo just takes amplitude and brings it in and out. But vibrato is the right word for bending pitch. So,
and that's the other thing I believe the Telecaster did not have.
Okay.
That they brought to the Stratocaster.
Right. And so what you have here, 3 pickups, 1 humbucker. Do you find when you lean on the humbucker in the switch settings that it gives it a warmer tone?
Yeah, a little more grit.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you're here all the way down on the switch, you're on the humbucker. If you move it up one, you got this one and this one. If you move it in the middle, you have all three. Move it up
Mm-hmm.
one, you got these two, and then the last one's just the bridge.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that was different too. From two, you have a three-way switch
Mm-hmm.
because you either have one or the other or both. So you have a lot more options.
So if the tone controls with that little switch there, Mike, what are the knobs for?
Well, you can bring
Are they volume for the individual pickups?
the volume is up here. Then you have two tone knobs for the different pickups. Hear how there went my pick.
So the bar just chooses which pickups are active, and then you can control the volume of the pickup with the knobs.
Well, it's not the volume of the pickups, right? It's still tone. Yeah. But I guess what she's saying is, what is the specific difference between what the bar is doing in selecting the pickups and the tones?
So it has two types of tone control built in, is what you're saying.
The switch selects the pickups.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Pickup or pickups. The tone knobs select the tone of the pickup.
Okay, I see. So it has two. I mean, the reason you switch pickups is to change the tone of the guitar. So this has two types of tone controls.
Yeah,
a lot of knobs to twiddle.
Yeah. Well, and if you want the humbucker, you want a little more, gritty. Like if you were playing lead.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's the bridge pickup. So
okay.
And then everything in between. So yeah, you hear a lot of difference between switching the pickups.
Wow, so a lot of sound shaping power in one thing.
Basically, with the tone knobs, all the way up, you're getting more treble. If you turn it all the way down, you're getting more bass.
Okay.
So think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could hear there when you were turning that one. It seemed to be the humbucker that was more treble at first, and then it was less afterwards. But those two tone wheels would be considered middle and front, and then middle and back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you select the pickups you want, and then you play with the tone to refine it afterward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on what you're going for. Oddly enough, with the humbucker, I play a lot on the bridge, but for the ambient types, whoops, I got it all the tone down. Has a little warmer.
Yeah.
More for like the blues sound. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
Exactly.
Sounds really
But you can rock out on it, I mean. Would probably be better with the humbucker.
Oh yeah.
Maybe somewhere in the middle. But anyway.
Yep. I am trying to
that's
click
the 70s. I'm getting a little ahead there.
Yeah.
Late 70s in the fact.
Well, we don't expect you to have every design and but it's great to hear that. All right. Well, now we started in 54 and then 59. I'm trying to remember what big differences there were between the 54 and 59. I guess it was really refinements because both were 3 single coils. It seems like 2 tone knobs, volume, and 5-way slider.
Yeah.
And yeah, it would be getting really into the woods, or shall we say, what do you call that? The weeds.
Well,
Trying to.
I guess I should have left myself on video. I was trying to look at my notes, but one of the big changes was on the back. The 1954 Strat was one piece. In 1959, they went to a bolt-on.
Okay, yeah. Let me
This neck is bolted on.
get you big here. All right. So they went in 59. They went to the bolt-on.
The bolt-on.
Okay. And
Yep.
in there is that's also where the truss rod is.
Yes.
Yep. And I remember reading that, like, when they went to CBS.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I don't know if you can see it. There's where the truss rod is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not a guitarist.
Sorry.
Tell me why is that truss rod and adjusting it so important?
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, you can screw up your neck. I personally kind of hate to mess with them.
Okay.
In fact, at one time, I took this into Guitar Center because I didn't like the way it came from the factory, and I tried to watch the videos and mess with everything, and you got screws down here and all kinds of stuff, and I made it worse. So I said, I'm not gonna. You can really seriously bow your neck up, because that's what it basically does. And if you turn it too much one way or the other, yeah, you can bow that.
Why would you want? Why would you want to do that? Would that be to like change the string height?
Yeah, but also intonation.
So,
So, where it's, I'm kind of in an awkward position now, but well, like as you're going down the neck, the intonation on a shitty guitar, a bad guitar,
would change. Yeah.
It would change. Yeah. Where like this is the 12th fret. So, it's an E. It should be E down here.
Right.
Turn it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you might, if it was not properly set up, it might be, F sharp or F or, whatever.
But why would they leave that to the user? Why wouldn't the luthiers at the factory set that up properly?
Well, they're supposed to.
Yeah, they get in storage, any number. Well, humidity, all kinds of things can affect stuff.
Oh, okay. So, it's to compensate for the environment.
Maybe over time, the wood, yeah. Okay. But my question about the back panel there was that if you take that plate off, what do you see? Don't you see like some? Oh, just the neck?
It bolts the neck on.
Oh, okay. All right.
If that gets loose, and they can get loose, you'll feel your neck wobbling.
So before the body and
it up so you don't, bust your neck or something.
They used to make the body and the neck out of one piece of wood is what they used to do?
Yep.
Why'd they stop? Wouldn't that be more stable?
I think that's because they want a harder wood for the fingerboard and a softer wood for the body.
You can always add a harder fingerboard.
Yeah.
In fact, the fingerboard, they with the fretwork, all of that's done separate from the neck, and then it's attached later.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have kept like I don't know. It just seemed to me it would be a more stable instrument if it were all one piece of wood. But again,
Yeah, you would think kind of, but
Well, I can check here. I mean, there's obviously
well,
a
and the other thing
reason.
is um, different kind of wood. Like this is a maple neck. They also
uh,
started doing rosewood necks.
mm,
Well,
So I
if
mean,
we're
if you're using one kind of wood, then the neck's going to be. I mean, yeah, I guess you could put something over it, but this is not. It's one. But yeah, they did start also doing rosewood necks.
yeah, yeah, and at first it was solid necks, but then later it was like two pieces. The fingerboard itself was a thin piece of rosewood on top of, I think, maple
okay. All right.
underneath.
Oh, okay. So my confusion was with the body of the guitar and the neck. It was never just one piece, but you're talking about the neck itself. It was either, the frets were built into the neck, so it was one thing, and then there was the other later approach where they added a fretboard on top of the neck. But the body of the guitar and the neck were always,
Yeah. Well,
separate pieces of wood.
I'm looking at here. It's desirable to have two different woods because otherwise the guitar could get too heavy. Like if it was all a heavy wood. So they did this to lighten up on the body a bit, and also to
Oh, there
give
you
you
go.
adjustability because of warping. And then yeah, the neck would often, like on single wood guitars, would often warp into a banana under string pressure.
Yeah. So yeah, it gives you a lot more flexibility there,
Okay.
and it is,
So
and just yeah, it is lighter
light
than the
for the
body.
body and heavy for the
Yep.
neck. Yes. Okay.
Well, the
Let me
body also, I guess, it's receiving vibrations and it affects the way the strings vibrate. So the pickups, would have a more desirable sound, I guess, from a softer body.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
exactly.
so anyway, let us let us look back here. We went all through things there, man. 59. Well, I know that like 65 is coming up here. 66. It was in December 65 that the company was sold to CBS, and this is
Yes.
by everyone that talks about it considered to it went it went south after that. Now, in my research, it seems like everyone just considers this to be a standard, known bad decision, and there's different people that have different views on it. But the bottom line was there were quality issues, and the thing is, people take it as such a matter of fact thing. I was only able to discern one quality issue that I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And that had to do with the neck not being able to stay as aligned as it should be. Like you do want to be able to adjust the neck when you need to, but it shouldn't over time just kind of change on its own or come from the factory um
Wobbly or
already like not aligned right and thus out of tune. So that seemed like, yeah, a pretty big deal, especially for expensive guitars.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you, musician's friend does not set up their guitars. Sweetwater does.
Mm.
You'd think they do a setup on it, because I mean, they get bumped around there in boxes and stuff, so things vibrate, whatever. But yeah, you would think you'd do a setup on a guitar before you send it to somebody, but they don't. Most don't. Sweetwater is unusual in that. So there's my plug for the Sweetwater guys.
well,
Yeah.
that's why they're a bit more expensive because yeah, you do get more customer support.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're really not that much more expensive either. So
Yeah.
sometimes it depends. They have
In
sales like
musical
everybody else.
in musical instruments, profit margins are pretty low, and that's why it's so competitive and it's tough.
It is tough.
But
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, so that was one of the things that was happening. It doesn't mean that people stopped playing them, because it was around this time where some of the great guitarists that we know picked up one, and they just had to deal with things, or just take it to somewhere to get it aligned right and everything, and perhaps it would work out from there. But they had a reputation for, and it seems like almost 20 years of just having some issues, and it's like, wow, that's a long time to go on.
Yeah, a
Maybe
lot of people just bought the older ones.
oh,
But
okay.
yeah, I mean, if you look, especially back in the old days, a lot of them, man, those guitars were beat to hell up. So I don't know if it was Hendrix. There was somebody that had it on top of a tour bus and had one fall off in the road.
Ooh.
And other than, some dings and stuff, it still played fine. So it's
Oh.
a solid guitar. But
Oh yeah.
well,
Awesome.
Hendrix was known for, putting, lighter fluid on them and lighting them on fire.
Oh yeah. Well,
But yeah, no, I've heard for years, people say, don't go by looks, go by how it plays.
yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there playing old guitars.
Well, it would still qualify as old here, and then you've mentioned Jimmy. So
There's Jimmy.
There we
there we
go.
go.
They didn't make left-handed ones back then. I'm surprised they didn't make one for him, but
Well, he wasn't with us long enough, I guess. Although probably long enough for them to have done that, but I'm sure eventually he
But
would
that
have had a
became
custom.
his part of his signature,
Oh yeah, yeah.
the Fender in
down.
reverse. Yeah.
But it's kind of, I'm sure he had to get used to it, because if you notice, the top is not the same, size as the bottom one.
Right.
It's a little bit longer. It protrudes out a little bit more. I mean, you still have the same gap in there, so. But
well, and I imagine tuning, since you're stringing it differently, I imagine, your low E string is now going to be, I guess just by tuning it, you'll be all right. But I'm sure there might have been,
well, all your
for all we know, that for all we know, that could have been part of his signature sound.
Yeah.
The way the strings stretch because of the reverse stringing, and we don't know. That this sounds like this sounds like a research project for a graduate student somewhere.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name. He had a guy, that would be a whole nother subject, but he had a guy who designed pedals for him. A lot of the pedals that are around now were, to emulate, what he did. But yeah, he had a guy that, invented a fuzz box for him, and to add fuzz to the already, Marshall stacks he had. So yeah, it's interesting. But he also could play clean too, if you listen to him, and he was very good blues. So
of course,
I think that's probably what got him. I actually Hendrix started out playing a jazz master, and I think he still did play him occasionally.
Oh, let me look that up.
Well,
but anyway, that's there was no left-hand model back then.
Yep. But yeah, it
gave series like you did, 20 years later.
Yeah, I'm looking here real quick, and it seems like it wasn't like a big issue, obviously.
No, he
It's
played the
something
hell
that you
out
could
of them.
yeah, you could deal with it, but he also had a different playing style with how he um, positioned his hand on the neck and everything. I remember. Doesn't he also use his thumb
Oh yeah, he did all
like
kind. He and
like
yeah
on the
he
strings and stuff?
yeah he invented chords. He from what I understand of him, he knew some scales, but he was not. Yeah, he was not a music theory guy.
No, he didn't
So
need to be.
he yeah he well there's a lot there more people than you. Eric Clapton didn't know how to read music,
Mm,
but there's a lot of people who you know
Who
don't
learn and play by ear, and
yeah play by ear, but he did
the
well.
best of the best to learn that way. Yeah,
Well, the good side of that is that you know you have happy mistakes and you go, hey, wow, that chord sounds really cool.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
yeah.
he did. I mean, he took regular chords, but he maybe shift a half step or something.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. That it seems like the real greats were the ones that didn't worry about the rules so much,
they were
and
listening,
did their
and
own
yeah,
thing. And
mm-hmm,
the sound and the result was the most important thing to them.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
then
yeah,
everyone tries to imitate that new sound.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, yeah, I read once on Jerry Garcia. He said he'd hear the music in his head and then transpose it. But
Mm,
the incredible thing about him, most people will play like a scale. He would play to the chords. So he would shift from they might be playing a C major and he's playing C major notes over top of it. Then they play D and he might switch to D bebop or some. I mean, yeah, he did know music theory, but yeah, he played over the chords. So he was modal playing, they call it. He was
yeah.
switching scales all the time, which
Oh
is
yeah.
incredible. This is
Yeah,
freaking
well,
phenomenal.
modal music lends itself to that.
Yeah, and he did it well.
Yep.
And there was no one like him. Just like there was nobody like this guy, David Gilmour,
Yeah.
who was not
From
incredibly fast, but developed his own style.
the
And that's what,
second guitarist for Pink Floyd, but that was
yes.
after basically one
Yeah,
album.
fireworks are not everything, guys, you know?
Oh no, no,
That's
just
just one type of show, but the real stuff is when you craft something with your ears, and it's not just about the visuals or about the
Well,
fast notes.
Gilmour was the master of the bend.
mm,
That guy could,
Mhm.
where other people might slide down to a note, he'd bend up or down to it. Yeah, I heard him in an interview years ago. He said, I knew I was not fast, was not,
hmm
a fast guitar player, which I can
Mhm.
relate to, which is why that means so much to me coming from David Gilmour. He said, I developed my own style,
Oh
Awesome.
yeah,
which
and
he
so
did.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. So,
yeah, more
yeah,
attention to detail than most, and the detail in the subtlety of the sound. B-
exactly.
So that would, but now Black Strat. I wonder what year they did that. And
Well, I mean, he's
I,
from the
I, I
60s,
kind of
well, late
remember
60s.
seeing footage from live at Pompeii, which would have been basically just before they released Dark Side of the Moon. And there was clips of him in the studio playing some passages from Dark Side. And I know it looked like he had this then. So,
Well, I do, yeah. I, it, I have a note that says in 1960 they started available custom colors
oh,
with
that
picture
early.
swap.
Wow.
Yeah, man, from Duco Auto, they were emulating like car colors. and it was from DuPont. And you could
Uh-huh.
pay an extra 5%, and I guess pick from all these colors. Now, black
Nice.
is pretty standard, so I mean, I don't imagine you'd probably have to pay extra, but it's nice,
Yeah, I'm just
especially
looking back.
with the
I'm look
white pickups and maple neck. That's a sweet Strat.
I'm just thinking back of these uh guitars, the earlier ones, and yeah, of course, black is very common today and has been for decades, but I'm just wondering if it was back then too. But yeah, you
This
mentioned
has a
that.
black pick guard too, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if he got that special or because yeah, I mean, usually you'll see like a black guitar with a white pick guard or something like that. But that's pretty cool with the black pick guard and white pickups and white tone knobs. Even has a white cap on his whammy bar.
It's
Oh,
pretty. They made it. It is a pretty guitar.
I remember that my first guitar was black, but with a white pick guard, and that was the PV Falcon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they usually have a different color. You don't usually see the same color pick guard.
No, David
But that's kind of
Gilmour's
nice.
legendary black Strat was not custom made. And in fact, it started its life as a completely standard off the shelf instrument.
Oh, did he paint it? He painted it
It said
himself.
off the shelf. Oh, well, hold
Well,
on. Yeah,
he bought it off the
okay.
shelf and then he modded it himself.
Now,
right?
wait a minute. Gilmour, I've seen this spelled different ways. I used to spell it Gilmour, but then I see it Gilmore.
I thought it was UR.
Damn. And I put it MORE in this thing.
Oh, well.
Well, folks, just so you know, I do have eyesight issues, so I haven't really been reading things for years too much, and I'm doing it right now, actually. No, Gilmour brought the 1969 Fender Stratocaster. He bought it new in May 1970.
There you go.
From Manny's Music on West 48th Street in New York City. He obviously was on tour at the time. Yeah.
So,
what is this here? This looks interesting too. When he had owned for only 6 weeks, it had. Oh yeah, he had to replace a guitar that he only had for like 6 weeks. It was stolen in New Orleans.
oh, nice.
It was just. Okay, it was just a typical production line guitar of the era. And now I'm trying to see, featuring an alder body. Yep, they went to alder wood. And that, I think, was part of the CBS change when they were originally ash for the body.
Well, here's a fun fact about this guitar. It
was
sold
factory black.
The guitar
ahead,
was
Mike.
sold. The guy who owns the Indianapolis Colts bought this guitar in 2019 for $3.975 million, almost $4 million.
Oh, wow!
Yeah,
Yeah,
couldn't have anything to do with it. Was pink. It was David Gilmour's.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously, and then, yeah,
I mean,
this was
Strats
right
do
at
go
that
up in
time.
value, but yeah, and I don't know about that much.
Yeah, it was about 3 years or maybe 2.5 before Dark Side. So, yeah, it's what he used to record Dark Side of the Moon. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yep.
why do I spell Gilmour wrong? I at one point in my life, I always thought of it as OUR. And then some point I switched to ORE because I thought, I was spelling it wrong all this time. But I was right to begin with.
Yes, you were.
Okay, Fender Strat in 76, so just a few years later. Now, this has the look. Didn't Jimmy have like a yellowish Strat?
He had a lot of different strats.
Okay,
I think he did
yeah.
upside down, but
I
yeah.
don't remember if it was the black pickguard or not, but I guess it was probably one of the, you know, popular color combinations at the time. I like it, black and yellow, kind of like a B. So you have any notes on this?
The 76. I was looking at the headstock because the headstock is supposed to be. It is a little bigger, but the writing doesn't. It's hard to tell in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a CBS era Strat. And the interesting thing I read, they said most of the Strats were made. Of course, this would be before that. Were made in 1979. So from that later part of that era.
Wow. Might have been a big year or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe they worked out some of their quality issues, but it wasn't long, I think it was 85-ish, right? That the company was bought back.
Yeah.
By some investors and.
Yeah, there's the rosewood. Yeah, the rosewood neck.
Okay. Yeah, I like rosewood necks.
Rosewood fretboard on a maple neck, I should say.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was talking about earlier with the two-piece.
Yes. Get that correct.
Well, we even see that in cigar box guitar making. A lot of people buy the fretboards and then they can put them on their own necks.
Yep.
Anything about
this one went back to the smaller headstock.
Hey, Gavin, welcome.
Hello, hey. Gavin.
Gavin Unit is with us.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Now, the headstock size. What are some of the implications there? Like this compared to this?
Well, the top is pretty much the same. The bottom, if you look, is just a little bit wider.
I'm seeing, what is that just above the nut? Is that the truss rod?
That's the truss.
Yeah, right above the nut there.
Rod. Welcome,
I don't know why.
Hey, we're getting some people on. Hello. Welcome.
And then here, I don't really see it that well, and we do have some string. Go ahead, Mike. I don't mean to talk.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's not like huge, but it's a little bit. It's not as wide at the bottom part. The top part, I think, is about the same. This particular model, instead of saying Stratocaster, it says Strat. They did that a little bit too. I think there was one model that just said Strat. Yeah, I think they started in the 80s getting a few different models. I got to look at mine. Yeah, mine has 4 screws.
Now, Liza, when you make your cigar box guitars, I know for your necks and headstocks, you like to do a certain angle.
Well, with my sliders, I like using the quote unquote Fender style headstocks, which are flat and are not angled. They're carved out of the same piece of wood as the rest of the neck for stability. I do have some angled headstocks, but for the leg fiddle and for shorty, but these are unusually, I guess, steep, wide angles for headstocks, 45 degrees. Which is why shorty broke It
Yeah.
couldn't handle the pressure of after being transported to Bradenton and
Yeah.
then being played. And yeah, that's why the headstock snapped. But I do like the 45-degree headstocks because it makes them look like little baby lutes. And I found a way to reinforce them with these metal kind of table supports that I found that fit the guitars. So
what made what do you do to compensate for not having the angle? I'm trying to go on memory because I remember you talking about
the
it.
tension bar.
And
The
that's what they
Fender
have
uses,
there.
yeah, they have little string trees. If you zoom in, you see that there's like this little screw thing that's pushing down on the strings on the headstock. So and that compensates for not having the steep angle of like a Gibson, for example.
Right.
I think I forgot what I think on most guitars the headstock angle is 15 degrees. It's almost flat. But of course, we found out through our research that on the early Fenders when they were being hand built, that the angle changed from guitar to guitar, which is super cool. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, nowadays it's a rule when you look it up, 15 degrees and this and that and this and that. And it's like, oh, wait, hold on. Look what Fender was doing. Fender was experimenting, or the luthiers that work with them, with a hand-built instrument, you're going to have
Yeah.
variation.
Yeah, the headstock is set back from the fretboard a bit and gives you more room for the string trees
Yes,
to
Gavin,
kind of hold them down.
not a technical term at all. Correct me. I think it's called a string tree. I used tension bars. For me, on my CBGs, it's easier to use tension bars than the string trees. But yeah, what Fender was using was a string tree.
Well, I think we got to back up one comment.
Oh, yeah?
There you go. What's the worst historical music film that gets the instruments completely wrong? I don't know. I'm on the
What's the worst historical film that gets?
I hope you know, and you're not just asking because I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched.
know.
I haven't watched all the B-sides repertoire.
Does Spinal Tap provide bad information about guitars? I don't know.
No, everything there that they do is intentionally a joke or something, so it's not bad info.
I know.
Yeah, that's satire. So no, I do not know.
I haven't seen an amp that goes up to 11 yet, but all right. So we'll move on here, and then we have an American Vintage Series, 1982.
Yes.
Now, I'm not sure of course, coloration, maybe slight difference in the wood. I could see the truss rod is more apparent here, and the string tree is one, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks
they're just right. They're basically, there was not just one. They were emulating the older styles. That's basically what the vintage series is. So there were different models, different years.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, before I got screwed up on the truss rod thing, what is the name of those bars that in the back you access for tension? Are they just called tension?
In the back?
Yeah, the back.
Well, let me.
Like if you take the back plate off the guitar, what are those bars called?
Are you talking about this? This back plate?
Yeah.
That is for the tremolo. Well, you also feed your strings in here. That's where you put your strings in.
Yeah.
But if you take this off, the whole, it's for the tremolo bar.
Yeah, but there's also some bars on the inside there. right? That are for,
Springs.
yeah. Oh, springs. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, springs for the tremolo. Yeah, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I
Um,
wouldn't even want to mess with those.
Have you ever had to restring that, Mike? I can imagine that.
Oh my
That's-
God, yeah. I mean, I've had it from two. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
I
get.
can't
Yeah, sometimes you
imagine.
gotta get something and like poke the ball ends through. It can be
Oh.
fun,
You
but
gotta do
yeah.
them one at a time and stuff too.
How often do you have to change the strings on that?
Depends on
Oh
the
man,
string.
depends on how lazy I get.
Oh.
I yeah, and it's so funny because some guys like Jerry Garcia changed strings every day. They asked him, what kind of strings you use. He goes the cheapest possible. He changed them every day. Now, like me and Gabe talked about it. He's like, yeah, I play them until strings will eventually start sounding bad.
Yep.
They won't have the bright tone and stuff like that. And yeah, they almost, if you let them go long enough, they can almost sound kind of out of tune, even though they're in tune.
Do they
So,
oxidize? Is that the
well, yeah, your fingers, the sweat from your
right?
fingers. Yeah, yeah. So,
Gavin, this is a good question for you, Mike. How much of these changes will be down to experimentation and how much down to different suppliers?
ooh, that is a good question.
That is a
Uh,
good question, yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I would think they experimented some with
I
things,
know
but I
the
think some of it
change. Well, go
with
ahead.
the
Yeah.
well, no, I mean, we've already said we don't know. There's not a lot of documentation on the CBS era from 65 to 85, but obviously they went down in quality control, and
Mm,
usually that means that they're just not checking stuff and they're sending out sloppy, craftsmanship.
mm.
So later, as we get moving, we're starting to get into where artists like Clapton and different people came in and said, "Hey, I want to, customize." So there came experimentation. Radiohead, Ed O'Brien with Radiohead had one, and actually it was manufactured in Mexico, but had kind of a thicker neck on it too. But he put the bridge pickup was a sustainer pickup, which gives you longer sustain, of course, hence sustainer
Hmm.
pickup. And so, yeah, artists came in and, hey, I want to, I want something that gives me more sustain, or, or I want a humbucker pickup, different things. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the Elite, you know, the covers over the pickups. I guess that is for, well, I don't guess. It's supposed to be for, I guess, eliminate noise reduction, which is good, but I don't know. I personally, I don't like the look of them, and I
Is
don't
it to
like the.
is it to
It,
protect you from when you face your amp, the feedback, or?
no, well, I mean noise reduction, so I guess it would help with feedback. Although some
Mm.
people wanted that feedback, but
Well, the
like
magnetism
little,
would still get
you can get
through.
little crackles, and if you were
Mm.
to touch the poles, the little you can see the each string. There's the magnetic poles there, so you can get you know a little bit of noise sound depending on what you're doing.
So these
So
caps were part of the shielding, Mike? The
yeah, but I don't
electromagnetic
think it
shielding?
lasted very long.
Oh.
But that's why they called
Mm.
it the Elite. The thing I really didn't like about it was they got rid of the 5-way switch and had buttons.
Oh no,
Mm.
let
I
me
don't.
see.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like that at all. Now I don't know whether people liked it or
Buttons.
yeah, had push buttons instead of the 5-way switch.
Hmm. Those are really just like on-off switches for each pickup, huh?
Yeah, so instead of switching, you just had buttons. I honestly, I would say they didn't go over well because, you know, they obviously went away from it. I don't think I saw it on any models later after this.
Mm,
I mean, as we go along, looking at the future models, I don't see the covers over the pickups, because I would think that would affect your tone as
It
well.
certainly does.
So
The closer the pickups are to the strings, less. I mean, the more of the strings vibrations are going to pick up, the louder, the stronger your signal's going to be.
right.
So I don't
yeah,
know what they were. I mean, the shielding happens inside of the niches and for the pickups in the body. I'm not sure why they needed those covers. And in the documentary we watched, Lawrence, we found out that musicians were removing those.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, 85. Now, this might be, or it's right around that year that investors bought Fender back from
Yes.
CBS.
Yep. That is correct.
The contemporary Stratocaster. Yeah, the black pickguard and black knobs makes it hard to see. But it looks like we have a slider there now. Not slider. I shouldn't say that in that term, but
It's not a slider.
the selector.
Yes.
Oh
The
yes,
selector.
yeah, yeah. I was scrolling down through some of the yeah. That's the only model I actually saw that on.
But the placement of the pickups is different.
Yeah, I wish I could see that.
One at the back, and then one
It
near
looks like it
the
has two
fingerboard.
humbuckers.
Yeah,
It looks like it has two humbuckers
yeah,
instead
because
of
they're double.
the three. I bet that
Yeah,
wasn't very. I'm banking that wasn't very popular. I don't know.
probably not.
Well,
Not
contemporary.
that
So
humbuckers are unpopular, but if you're buying a
no,
Strat, you're
but
usually doing it for their original pickup layout.
well, the Strat is known for
Yep.
3 pickups, so yeah, to switch off to 2. I mean that was one of the things with the Telecaster. It had 2 pickups,
Mm,
so the big thing. So I'm not sure. I wonder if this was the tail end of CBS,
who knows?
because
Maybe.
that certainly would not be a return to their former.
Contemporary Strat. I am going to find out right now. We can't leave questions hanging in the air. Was the 1985, because that was
Gavin
the
makes a
year.
good point there.
That was the year that they were bought back. So it was the 1985 contemporary Stratocaster under the CBS company.
Yeah, that is a good
or
question. I
after?
honestly don't know.
Just curious, just to see. The short answer is that the 1985 contemporary Stratocaster belongs to the post CBS era, but it was born out of the chaotic transition times left.
Huh.
Basically the transition period is where it was born out of. So
Yeah.
it looks like a number of ideas converged there in a different way. I know
Yeah, but
there are
once
later
again,
models with humbuckers and everything, so they did try to do that, but this is very different than what they had before.
yeah, well, and once again, when you start looking at future, the future models beyond that, you don't see it. So that kind of makes me think, if something's popular, what do? Make more of it.
Yep.
I mean, they did, yeah. Well, mine has the one humbucker. Yeah, the standard deluxe has
Mhm.
the humbucker, but yeah, that one is very interesting.
But the 87 here looks like now well into the new ownership. They went
Yep.
back to the tried and true, and
Yep.
they
That's
called it
exactly.
standard.
Yep. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. Yeah, no buttons. We have our selector,
Yep.
and we have traditional. Yeah, they were known that all vibrato bars, I know, often called tremolo bars, but all of them
Or whammy bars.
can affect your tuning and stuff as you go. But I guess they were known from the beginning as being able to handle that better, at least.
That is true. A crappy guitar with a tremolo bar is, yeah. The big thing
Is
with the tremolo,
trouble.
yeah, the big thing with the tremolo bar is when you first tune up, something about those springs, something with the tremolo bar, you might have to, like, you tune it up, you might have to go back and do a couple when you first change strings. But yeah, of course mine has locking tuners on the back, so
Oh, that's good.
now Clapton went with the covers
Indeed.
on the pickups.
Now this
I'm sure
was
he has different. I don't know if those are Seymour Duncan. He might have went with some different pickups. I don't know if I have any notes on that one.
yeah, I don't know. 88. I think it was 88. Wasn't he
I'll look
playing
that up,
with
Mug.
Roger Waters at the time? I know there was the pros and cons of hitchhiking.
Yeah.
No, but he sounded great on that album.
Yeah, God, this doesn't say
Yes,
much.
they do.
The only
What
thing
is-
I got from this era, and I don't know if it says some early reissues from 1986 were crafted with leftover parts from the Fullerton factory. And then it just mentions that they released their first this was the first signature guitar. Clapton was the first signature guitar they did.
Okay. Now this was we're focusing on like the professional line guitars at this time.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I think they were made in the US, those, and then Japan and Mexico. Although you can get, like you said earlier, you could get a Squire and you could basically take it to somebody, have them change out a few things, and you can make it a pro level guitar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they were manufacturing out of Japan, Mexico, and the US at this time.
Well, I'd be curious to know, what would you swap out on a Squire that could turn it into a Strat, a professional grade?
Well, what you would do, find my icon here. There we go. So, for all practical purposes, it looks.
Oh, I better get you back up. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the Strat. This one has the rosewood on the maple. So that's a little different from my other Strat, but the headstock looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Squire Strat. Obviously, it says so. Of course, the big difference in this is I have the Roland GK3 for the guitar synth. So that's why I bought this, for the guitar synth.
Super cool.
And he had someone do this professionally, but I mean, the action on this thing is incredible. I mean, So, I mean, basically you just got to know what you're doing, with this stuff and the truss rod and all that.
So so it was just a matter of adjusting the Squire to make it pro level.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
he didn't swap out any pickups or anything like that, or refinish the.
No, this is just your standard three single coil pickups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But
so
I mean,
really,
if you're using the guitar synth, which is what I bought it for, you're essentially using this.
well, my question is, Mike, what really, why is the Stratocaster a higher level instrument than the Squire? If what you're telling me is with a few adjustments, which you would have to make to a professional Strat anyway.
Well,
why
I'm sure
is
the knobs on this are a little bit different.
but different, lower quality, or different, just different?
Yeah, they're going to use cheaper materials. So
are you sure? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's how they get a lower price.
So you have different type of plastic. So on the Strat, maybe you have a stronger PVC type thing, and then
the wood is lighter on this.
But don't you want the wood to be light?
Not necessarily. It's going to affect the sound.
I'm
using it as a guitar synth, so it's not really it's not gonna have as much. But yeah, when you start messing with electronic stuff, then it makes it a little different. But yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what justifies the price difference between the two guitars. And I don't know. I've never held either type in my hand before, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're always talking craftsmanship and the electronics that are in it. But I haven't had any problems out of this guitar, so Fender makes good stuff. That's why I said if somebody wanted a good beginner guitar, I'd get a Squire any day of the week.
Yeah, I have a Squire bass that I don't play hardly at all, but it's anymore, but it was good.
Well, soon you'll be playing Eliza Abuela Caster, so you're gonna have something to compare it to.
Right. Now we have an American Standard again. In 89. I just wanted to set up our redirect for B-sides. So I did that. We'll probably going over a bit, but we'll definitely.
I didn't even notice the time. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, well, B-sides, they start off with a lot of, I don't know.
Well, just so you know,
week on B-sides.
I'm looking at, if you want to get a Squire Strat from Sweetwater, it's $249.
Oh.
You get them used for under 200. So
cool.
I mean, for nowadays,
I like that.
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So it's a solid guitar for the money. But obviously, when you say American Strat, you're obviously paying some for that. There's no doubt. But it is a more professional, it's more solid. Probably
more attention before they send it out to the music stores.
Well, and no doubt, like I said, it's a little bit more solid build. So, if I dropped it, I probably have a little bit better chance than the Squire. I'm not saying the Squire would break, but I mean, it's going to take more abuse. So if you're a professional on the road, which I'm not, but nonetheless, it's going to take a little more punishment than that other guitar will.
Well, here we have a humbucker coming in, and now, as we've seen before,
that's a weird Strat.
This is probably not the first humbucker they've done, but they call it an HM Stratocaster. HSS meaning humbucker, single,
Mm-hmm.
and black. Wow, for the
It's a beautiful guitar.
tremolo. Oh, no, it is, but it's like, yeah.
It is, but I don't like it.
Why? What's wrong
And
with this guy?
it just doesn't. I don't know. Call me a traditionalist. No, it's a nice guitar. I'm sure it plays great, and it has a look, a nice tremolo system on it and everything. I mean, it's a solid guitar, but I mean, I just like the looks of the standard Strat.
I don't know. This guy is eye-catching. I like him.
Yeah, it is saying 80s, you know.
Okay, that explains everything.
Yeah.
I like this
Well,
aesthetic.
it's late 80s, about to become the 90s, but still, it is saying.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful guitar.
Oh yeah,
the
I mean, somebody
DeLorean
handed me
of
one and said, "Here, take
Stratocasters.
this." I'd certainly take it.
The
I'm just
DeLorean.
being a traditionalist, which I'm not normally, but
Mike, a traditionalist. Come on.
Well,
which I'm
From-
typically not.
I would have never guessed you to be a traditionalist, Mike.
now this is some.
Well, I'm partial to my Strat. How's
You're
that?
okay.
Yeah,
Like I don't like
That's
this.
where you draw the line.
Like
You
I
draw
don't
it
like the
at the
pick guard on this one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
The pick guard sucks.
little disco.
Yeah. I was thinking country, but you
Yeah.
know.
Well,
if you want-
97
then you
to
get a Kelly.
2021. I guess
Sparkly.
this was released. It's a deluxe Roadhouse Stratocaster.
Why Roadhouse?
I don't know.
They started doing all kinds, now they have the ultimate Strat and all kinds of stuff now.
I mean, the thing is, the design is the same. I guess the only thing changing here is the look of the guitar, right? Is that
And I
what's
think
going
that
on?
was the big deal with those guitars.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the look. I mean, I see it's got the same selector. It's got two-tone wheels and a volume, I think. Yep. And the pickup layout is traditional.
Well, and it
Roadhouse.
Is
says
that pick guard?
these were made in Mexico.
But it would still be considered a professional level. So I had heard that, maybe it was just a start. A lot of the Mexico ones were, lower price. I thought those were like student models, but I guess eventually they went more pro.
No, I've heard some good things about the Mexican models. Actually,
I certainly don't have a problem with it.
they're I guess you would call a mid-level.
Okay.
Like you got your cars. I got well, I used to have a Corolla, but and my wife has a Camry. It's bells
So
and whistles.
the difference in the different levels, the difference maybe is the quality of the plastics for the hardware and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
most definitely. Yeah.
The tuners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
in as far as the
mine has-
electronics,
Yeah, mine has. I don't think the. Yeah, like
Gavin says that's jazzy. Yes.
No, my Squire does not have locking tuners. My American Strat has locking tuners.
Okay.
Is Gavin trying to pass himself off as Smilex nowadays? Well,
I don't know.
he has a fuzzy
Is he?
creature there.
That is not an otter.
Well, whatever it is. What is
If
it?
that's an otter.
It's
I really
a
need new
hamster
glasses.
thing.
Oh, a hamster. Okay. Everybody wants to be a furry creature anymore. 98 to 2016, we have the American Deluxe Series. Now, is this the one you have? No, you have one with a humbucker that's a deluxe.
Yeah, mine's I think it's an American Standard Deluxe, but
Get lost in the terminology.
the humbug yeah. The humbucker I think was thrown on for the 60th anniversary edition.
Okay. That's coming up. Whoa. Where'd it go? I didn't mean to do that. I coughed and it all went away. It all went away, folks. There we go. All right. So we're back to our, this is a 99 through 2018 Classic Deluxe series. Wow.
I like that simple wood finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That is nice.
The maple neck, yeah.
Now that's crying out country.
Well,
There are some country artists that play strats. They don't
Yeah.
all play tellies, and some of them have both. So, depends on, well, a lot of the new country,
Oh yeah, it's
slap
just
me
pop.
if you want to, but yeah, it's like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Some of it almost borders on rock a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't say rock, just pop.
Well,
Things
pop,
are
rock.
blending together that it's like, well, man. Now
Indeed,
you're
pine or mahogany. Awesome.
There you go. Yes.
Has anyone used? I mean, I'm sure
the Robin
someone has done
Trower.
something with pine.
Bridge of
Yeah.
Sighs.
now talking about names. I think they had the right idea here because now it differentiates. It's no longer just an American Deluxe, standard Deluxe, hatchback or anything like that.
Bridge of
It's
size. Okay.
Bridge of Sighs.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because that was Robin Trower's big song, man. In
Oh.
fact, they made a pedal for him just for that song.
Wow.
What
He
kind
used
of
to do
pedal?
It's kind of like a wah pedal
Okay.
plus.
Wah
But he used
plus.
to. I saw a video on that one time. He used to like do something. He stuck something in the pedal so it would be exactly where he wanted the pedal to be for that song. And then some company made the Bridge of Sighs pedal. It's like, and then Fender made the Bridge of Sighs tribute Stratocaster in 2004. Yeah, Robin Trower. I never got to see him, man. But yeah, he's a phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear it right now.
From
just
my day. I mean, he's still around, but he's old now, like me. I was gonna see him in like 1976, I think, and my parents didn't like the guy that was driving to the concert and wouldn't let me go, and I've never gotten to see him.
Oh yeah, that's a great song.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Bridge of Sighs. Yeah, Robin Trower's the shit, man. He's good.
Yeah, I just needed
John
to
Mayer.
remind
Yeah, they
myself
started
of
doing
it.
all these. Yeah, you got the John Mayer.
Yeah.
And some of them might have, a different pickup in them, various things. Like the artist wants the different, model of pickup. It's still single coil, but
Yep.
So they would sell models based on what some artists custom built.
yeah,
Well,
they
custom
might
for
say,
the artist, and then I guess
Yeah, they might say,
signature
"I
if
don't
that
want
gets
those."
released to the public.
Yeah, they might say, I don't want your pickups in there. I want to put this brand pickups in there. So they'll put a different brand of pickups. Might have a higher quality switch or something, and any number of things.
Yeah, like a
But
Ford.
yeah, like some of the classic stuff, they're just emulating, that's why they said Robin Trower tribute. I mean, yeah, that's the guitar color he had, but I don't think Robin Trower, see tribute in there. So basically that's the style and color guitar he had.
But he didn't
Right.
change any of the
No,
electronic.
no, no. It's not a custom.
Yeah. Well, a Ford F-150 pickup.
There
That's
it
what I'd put in
is.
there.
There it is.
So
2006 Stratocaster 60th. Yeah, it was the 60th anniversary of Fender. I never thought about that until I was like 1954. Yeah, that would not be. Yeah,
nope, but definitely still an anniversary. Well, worth noting.
Yep.
oh
For
yeah, yeah.
sure.
I looked it up. It's not. Well, it depends. I've seen it anywhere from what we paid for it to $700-800 more, and I think they're going up. So yeah, I made sure I told my wife. I said, hey, if you need the money and you got to sell this guitar after I'm gone, do not let some idiot tell you, oh, I'll give you $500 for it. Flip him off and tell him to hit the road.
Yeah.
I don't see string trees there.
String trees? What are you talking about?
Up
Oh.
on the headstock.
Oh no, they don't.
What's the angle on the headstock? I guess they started angling them more.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Look at my.
Oh,
That's interesting because that's another difference between that and the Squire. The Squire is not angled at all.
So okay, yeah, because it's easier to build a more stable, a stronger, just having the headstock be and the neck be one piece rather than having to deal with scarf joints.
Yeah. I mean, you can see this one is. Let me grab the other one. Oh my God! Yeah, it is heavier. Yeah, you can see the difference. Whoops.
Wait, which one's the Squire?
The one that's on the left.
Oh, okay. Wait.
So yeah, you can see the difference in the neck, and yeah, that's got locking tuners. That one does not.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, there's a little bit of a angle
difference. Yep.
Yeah.
Angle difference. Boy, that's hard to hold them both up.
But the Pro Strat still seems to have a straight neck though.
It does.
And so there's no trees on there for tension.
Oh.
So it must be achieving it in a different way.
Yeah.
Lawrence, can you make that bigger? I can't see.
I only zooming into it myself. The preview, you can double click the stage in StreamYard and see it full screen.
Point this down. I can't hold
I can't do it. It goes to the next.
I wanted to see Mike's head.
Oh, he's doing that again. Hold on.
Well, you were asking questions, so.
Oh no, you're fine. I
was angling my computer down because it's hard to hold these both up in the air.
What kind of view mode is this? Hold on here. There we go. And then we're gonna take this out and we're gonna put you up there. And there.
All right.
Oops, I angled a little bit. Go back up a little. There we go.
How are they doing it? They're both straight. One doesn't have string trees, and the other one does. I'm wondering what the Pro.
It looks thicker on the right.
Well, I haven't really. Yeah, look at the difference in the headstock.
Yeah, there are no string trees on that. So how's the tension for tuning happening? That is the question.
Maybe that's what the angle is for.
Maybe, and the Squire still needs the string trees.
Yeah, and it's got the bigger. See how much bigger that is?
Yeah,
how
much bigger.
That is?
Interesting.
I never really had them this closely. Well, looking at that, yeah, the Squire is a little bit, just slightly taller. It's got a little bit longer headstock. You can kind of see that when I turn it around. It's bigger headstock.
So very interesting. I mean, I need to look this up. I need to find out how how they take care of the tuning thing. Yeah.
Well, pretty soon you're gonna have the Sahido American Deluxe Performer model. All right, yeah, we have the American Performer series, not for
which is kind of
studio
similar.
musicians.
Which is kind of similar to
Lawrence, your audio's missing.
Me?
Yep.
I hear you. I don't know if our audience does, but yeah, this one's kind of a slightly similar to mine in that it has the humbucker.
Yep.
Nope.
Do you hear me now, Liza?
Nope.
Does our audience hear Lawrence?
The stream can't hear you.
Are you sure the audience doesn't hear me?
I don't know.
And I can't hear Mike either.
Uh-oh.
Something happened.
I hear me. I just unmuted the YouTube and I heard myself.
Okay, well, that's good.
So, Mike, could you tell Liza that I hear me on YouTube?
Oh,
Mug says, I hear all, but I see Mike's avatar moving, but I don't hear him, and I don't hear you. I hear you through the door.
My avatar is
moving.
Okay, maybe I just have to leave the studio.
Well, yeah, we're almost done. B-sides is probably starting, but we're at the end. The American Performer, there with the humbucker, and then we have the American
Acoustasonic.
Acoustasonic.
Yep.
Now, one would think that would come with a synthesizer. No, it's acoustic.
It's acoustic.
It's a hybrid. Looks like a single coil and an acoustic.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and you could see.
Acoustasonic.
Yeah. Now, of course, they do make pickups that you could place in the tone hole of an acoustic guitar if you need a pickup. I'm wondering, would this sound better or not? Or just different?
Well, I've never played one, so I don't know, but I've heard good things from people that say they have it.
Now, is that an open hole or is there like a...
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can play it both ways.
Yeah, I know that sometimes you see like a clear plastic sheath over the hole sometimes.
Yeah, you can get covers for it if you don't. Yeah, if you're playing it more electric.
Yeah.
But if you want more of acoustic sound.
No, I mean.
I think some people do it performing to prevent feedback.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, Liza?
I know what the problem was. It wasn't StreamYard. It wasn't you guys. It was my headphone jack.
Oh, it would just go out. It would short out every time I talked.
No, I have to wiggle it sometimes to get the audio to come back.
Oh. Well,
I got bad connections here. Yeah.
Let us finish up here. We only have a couple. The American Ultra Unleaded.
What?
It's like
Ultra
gas.
Unleaded.
Or petrol at the station, yeah. Were you about to play something, Mike? That would be awesome.
I could take us out.
Do it.
I could.
Do it.
Well, we have a few more varieties here. This one has labels on it.
Jerry Garcia, baby.
Alligator.
Yes.
Jerry Garcia.
Did they put stickers on this?
Because Jerry had one, an alligator.
Uh-huh. Not
Jerry
the dead,
had an alligator.
Not the Grateful Dead Bears.
No, that came later. Mike's Jimmy action figure.
No, this is a wax sculpture.
Yes,
Oh,
I know.
wow.
I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Is the wax figure holding a real Strat, or is it like a non-working replica?
I would say it would
It's the
probably.
wax figure.
I would say you would have to. I bet they have something in the wax figure to hold that there, like behind the back of the guitar. There's probably something holding it together.
No, but I'm saying, is it a real guitar? Or is the guitar
I
also
don't
waxed,
know.
or is it just a wood
It could
Oh
be a
no, it's
wax
a real
guitar. Oh, real guitar.
I'd say it's a real guitar.
It looks like a
Looks
real
like a real
guitar.
guitar.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I guess we have one last one, and that's it.
Ah,
Fender
Woodstock,
Strat.
baby.
Yeah, this is the one he played at Woodstock. I'm wondering where it is now.
On Babylon 5.
Oh,
It's probably in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's where it looks like. They have a bunch of
Okay.
this guitars at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
yeah, it was either that or Hard Rock, one of the Hard Rock cafes. But no, the Hall of Fame should have it. All right,
Hall of
Mike,
Fame.
do you want to take us out?
Take us out. Let me tell you, Lawrence, we don't need no education.
Oh, God.
We don't need no thought control. There's dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers, leave us. I always get that part wrong. Leave us kids alone. Hey, teachers, leave us
Leave
kids
us
alone.
kids alone.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess we have different timing.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Whoops, I screwed up. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
Wait, don't go anywhere.
Uh-oh.
Well, I haven't played that in years.
Oh, I was going to riff over it. Hold on.
You
Well,
were
here's the
ripping,
thing. Remember,
I can't hear
remember,
you.
there's delays going every direction. There's a delay between you and StreamYard going out to the people, and
Yeah,
then another
good
delay
luck.
going to Mike. So Mike will hear you maybe 3 seconds later
This
than
is
everyone else.
psychedelic, man. It'll
Okay.
work.
I don't need no arms around me. Yeah, but it's kind of boring. It's just one chord until you get to the. I can't hear you though.
Okay, hold on.
No,
Can you hear?
Dear.
on me.
Uh-oh.
I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. No, don't think I need anything at all. Just brick in the wall.
Oh my God.
All in all, you're just
Another brick in the wall.
I can't hear Lawrence.
Well, it's just a tube. It's not even a real didgeridoo.
Hey, sounds good. How can you eat your pudding if you can't see your feet?
Oh gosh.
No, that means you ate too much pudding if you can't see your feet. All right, folks. Well, thanks those of you who are hung out with us all this time, and
Yes, thank you very much.
Gavin and Mogg, it's great to see you guys. This Sunday we are doing Swapper's Praxium of the Pathfinders, Chapter 12. So we're talking Star Wars. Then we'll be back to Babylon 5 on Sundays afterward.
Well, thank you very much,
But
Yes.
it sounds good.
ladies.
Liza,
Yeah, it's
are you really determined not to have your camera on to show what you're playing?
I don't have a I don't have a webcam set up right now at all. It's
Oh.
unfortunate, but I didn't know I was gonna play with Mike.
Well, you got to do that more often.
yeah, and figure out how to. I don't know.
Yeah, with the
balance out
delays
like
and
a security
stuff, I
better.
think we could do the one chord
Actually, it
jams.
sounded pretty good
Yeah,
from what I could hear. I don't know what our audience heard.
yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna clip this and put it on my channel. Me and Mike doing a duet? What? A Strat and a Grandma caster? Come on.
Grandma.
An Abuela caster.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to pass it on over to B-sides. They're probably already
Yes.
going, but they're probably
Run us
just...
over.
Well, at this point, they're just talking about who died this week in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
It's the news. Oh, wow.
Anyway.
All
Yeah,
right.
we got next Friday, Lawrence. What do you have scheduled?
Nothing that I'm aware of. We could definitely do some sort of jam thing.
Can we do the wall again? Let's do the wall again next Friday, and then we could just see what other one or two chord wonders we can get away with.
Well, we could definitely do, what's that Bo Diddley song that's one chord?
Well, it would have to be something more. The reason why the wall works is because it's kind of like psychedelic, and even if I'm not exactly line rhythmically with Mike, the solos will still sound okay.
Well, we'll talk about it, and we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. All right, Mike. Thank you so much for doing this with us tonight. But yeah, let's arrange that. We'll do that off stage. We'll talk about what we can do and do a little jam.
Yes.
Ooh,
that's
a good. I'll take that.
All right.
I'll take that.
Are you Friday? That's the night before your hike. So.
Yeah. No, tomorrow's the hike.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Tomorrow's
yeah. Saturday night, tomorrow night. Is it 3 p.m. Eastern? That's
3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
That's 8 p.m. for our British friends. It's we're having Renzi Rios on Liza's channel, Psyche Opera.
Yes.
And Renzi is
on the rebound.
Yeah,
you guys gotta connect. You and Renzi gotta connect, Mike.
He's a finger picking bassist.
Yeah, he's good, man. I
finger tapping.
He can. I mean, that's just one of the techniques in his repertoire. Yeah. But he found a way to translate some of his bass playing techniques onto his fretless 4-string cigar box guitar.
Now that you're back on mic, Liza, you're distorting a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. But Mike, yes, we gotta do a jam next Friday. We have to.
Yep.
We have to.
Gotta happen.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We'll find a way for it to work. So.
Yeah, more psychedelic, the more better.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're
Sounds
calling it a
good.
night. Anyone still there, you'll be redirected to B-sides at B-roll stage. They're doing some sort of a film tonight. Some B film. Let me see real quick. At B-roll stage, they are doing. I wonder if it's something I can say. Sometimes they're doing something that I can't even say because Invasion of the Bee Girls.
Oh my
Oh
God!
gosh.
Thank you, Gavin.
Might have to
Good
see
night,
that
buddy.
myself. All right, folks. You all take care.
Good night, everybody.
I'm trying.
Are you going to film some of your trip tomorrow, Mike, into the woods?
Maybe. I'm kind of leading the hike, so but yeah, I'm sure I'll take some pictures. I might take some video. I don't know.
Oh,
So a lot of times I don't know why I just don't even think of doing video, but we'll see.
I mean, I like forest rambles. It would be good for your channel too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. I just haven't been hiking much lately.
Right.
But anyway, yeah.
Yep.
I'll try
We'll
to
chat
remember.
after. We'll chat after the outro. Good night,
Okay.
folks.